This is Daniel Bayer from the Next Best Picture podcast, and we are talking with, Dolores Fonzi, the director, co-writer, star of the new film Belén. Dolores, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You know, this film, inspired by real-life events that happened in 2016-17. Obviously, it's a subject close to the hearts of many people, but what about this story made you want to write, direct, and star in a film about it?
I think it was so personal in a way, you know, it was so... tenía tanto que ver conmigo.
Had so much to do with me.
That I couldn't resist, you know. You know the story of the that I wrote in a paper? Okay. In the award, when I wrote in a paper, Libertad para Belén, I never thought about directing, no? Neither directing. So with the years, this appeared as a gift for me, you know, like, because I did Blondie, they realized I could do it, and they offered me, so I started I wrote it and directed and acted. Of course, superó mis expectativas completamente.
Yeah. It made her expectations beyond her expectations.
That's really wonderful to hear.
Because of the responsibility, you know, a real case, real characters, having respect for everyone and trying to be honest and trying to give something from myself, like how to do it personal, you know, and the militancy of the abortion law and this case in particular, and all the women movements and everything was so my thing that I intuit.
Yeah, I had the intuition.
I had the intuition that I could give a lot.
Well, it shows on the screen, frankly. I'm curious, you know, when making the film about something so important, were you thinking at all about making it accessible for viewers in other countries who are less familiar with the Argentinian legal system, for example?
Well, no, I don't have it's impossible to have in mind everything, you know. What I had in mind, of course, is to make a good movie and to be protected by the God of cinema. And I think that cinema is the only religion I believe. And yes, I had this concern about making a cinematographic event, you know, with the real case, but make it like a cinematography moment. And I think we did it. So I'm happy with that, because the real case is very strong, you can do whatever, but make a movie that te agarra y no te suelta.
That grabs you and doesn't let you go.
You know, till the end, and you go out from the movie like inspired or removed or sensitive or whatever, like a movie that makes you feel something and tries to change something or makes memories of something that happened in not tan atrás.
Not that long ago.
Yeah, not that long ago. Was a challenge. But I think it happened, you know, like in a way. We worked too hard. We were too hard. We were a lot of people thinking about this, and we have I had an amazing crew that I love, everyone. And we were coming together from Blondie, that is my first movie. And we were here repeating like almost all the integrantes,
Members
of the crew, and we did it with this con este esfuerzo, responsabilidad,
effort, responsibility,
respeto,
and respect.
And that leads perfectly into what my next question was going to be, which is if you could talk about the writing process with your collaborators, especially with your co-star, Laura Paredes.
Yes. Exactamente. Laura Paredes wrote with me Blondie before. And then we repeat this team and we add a Carolina Santos that was the investigator of the época.
Of the time.
Of the time. So I have this dynamic that is, I know exactly what I want, like the skeleton of the movie. And scene by scene, I know. And we talk about this skeleton and we move the bones and we like build it. And then we put it down, we repartimos.
We gave each other...
We share like the homework, and then I correct, and then she corrects, and then suddenly at the end I kept it for myself, and I do whatever I want, like, and then we have it, of course, reading it and with notes of the platform and notes of the producers and notes of everyone. And I have a thing with the notes that I can't let them go. I have to try them. I have like a neurotic thing that I need to try them. Of course, if doesn't work, I let them go. But if not, of course, and I have this in editing and in everything. So I really, when I am editing, there's a point where I invite people, friends that doesn't know anything about it. I really need my brothers, my father, people to know, and I can feel where the attention went, from the, and then I can feel it. So it's like a very collective work in a very literal way.
Yeah, and it mirrors really beautifully what you show in the film, this group of collaborative women who are working on this case together. Was that inspiring to have that in the background of all this going on? You were both doing this collaboration with all these women and also about a group of women who were collaborating to save someone.
That's the ironic thing, or the funny thing is that the case in itself, it's like the movie itself, like the work of the collective work organized by women in a way and everything. It's like the real case, like what's the real case in that time. So everything is like the same thing, And Soledad and me, we merge the personalities and we built this character that it's a little bit me, a little bit her, but not at all her and not at all me. It's like this merge to make a movie. And Belén, with a lot of care, trying to not expose nothing about the judgment, nothing que pueda ser juzgado sobre
Nothing
ese
that can be
personaje.
judged about that character.
So that's the nice thing, like the real case and the movie. I think they are like sisters, like that they're going together. Yeah, like believing in the other, trusting each other, and like convincing people. And that was the way Soledad Esa released Belén from prison, and that was the way I shot the movie.
Yeah. And it was interesting to watch the movie, and while all this legal maneuvering is happening about the case, there's also a large social, political movement building around Belén elsewhere in the country. And you keep the film very closely centered on Soledad, Julieta, and the case. I'm curious if there was ever a version of the film that expanded out to show more of how this grassroots movement was building outside of Tucumán.
Si quisieran expander en este movimiento fuera de lo que fue en Tucumán, ¿cómo impactó al resto del país?
Pues si queríamos mostrarlo en la película.
Are you saying that if there was an idea to show more of that?
In the movie?
Yes, yeah.
Sí.
No.
¿Por qué?
Because we were telling this case, you know.
Mm.
Igual, anyway, we got in the movie. There are a lot of things that happened after the case was after Belén was released, like in the TV show when the woman that is conducting
The reporter.
the
Yes.
reporter that is talking about the dogs and the little dogs that if you
Yes.
well, that happened in the Senate when some senator from another provincia province exposed against the abortion law, saying that when you have dogs,
Oh my
you
God.
don't, you know? Yeah.
Wow.
So we, of course, we put a lot of material that happened afterwards, knowing, you know, in the time and laughing about that because the TV show, in the abortion law militancy, when Belén was already released, forgot about the case, I was in TV, like an actress, a popular actress, going to a TV show to argument and discuss, you know, with these people. And I got this scene, very look-alike like the movie, with some journalists that were very alike because I was especially think about copying them, you know. And there was this guy that the name was Ovarrio. Ovarrio means ovary.
Okay.
It's a real name of a real guy that was argument with me discussing why the abortion was wrong, you know, and the name was ovary, okay? And here we put the uterine, you know?
Uterus.
Yeah.
So uterus. So we bring from the future things to put it in the Belén's case, just to laugh and to put all together, you know, because we had in our patrimony the militancy of the abortion law that was amazing. So amazing the absurd things that we heard, you know. So in a way, when you see the people, when you see the movie, if you're Argentinian or if you are whatever, you remember those things. Are internal jokes, but that are exposing our politicals, our politicians, you know.
Yeah.
So the movie wasn't about the movement después after the release of Belén, because it was a movie of 5 hours. I don't know. We couldn't. But yes, what I tried is to bring some details that we know as militancy and feminist and of our country that we heard. We really heard those guys saying, no, you know, like, that happened. So we try to make a poetic justice.
You definitely achieved that, I think. I was also curious. You talked a little earlier about merging the character of Soledad, the lawyer, and yourself. Were you able to meet the real Soledad de Sá?
Of course. No, we're friends.
What did you learn from her?
No, we're friends. I love her.
Before?
We did press a lot together, and she's amazing. And when she gets too much theoretical, I put some intuition, you know, on sensitive. And when I put some, you know, like some sensitive things, she's like more, you know. She brings the details, the data dura, the hard data, and I am the artist, you know, and it's amazing. She came to San Sebastian with us. We had party together. She was amazing. She came with her husband. She's great. And she was all the creative process, picking up the phone, telling me I have a question, and she was answering. We went to Tucumán and we went to her house. I was with Belén, of course. We had dinner with Belén. Belén was a little bit more delicate situation, but it was amazing. We were all the time like in the phone, and at the end she saw the movie alone in a screening for herself, and Soledad came to see it in the editing room, and was amazing. It's like, of course, it's a movie that they are all agree with the movie, and they're happy to be in the movie, and they're happy that the movie exists and to show this, but not only for them, you know. What Belen said all the time is, the only thing I want is to never happen, that this that happened to me never happened to anyone. So it's like, it's protected, the movie, in a way. But them, you know, that they were very happy about it.
That's good. That's very good to hear. I'm curious also for our listeners who are elsewhere in the world, not in Argentina, what is the climate like now in Argentina for women? In that, is this film, does this have continued relevance to the current moment in Argentina as well?
It's the movie brought like this new energy and new inspiration of going out. The day that we knew that we were the movie that will representing to the Oscar and Goya, that day appeared 3 teenage girls dead. That day, yeah. So and you could see like the movie and that thing in the streets, and all the people going out, and the girls with the bombos.
Yeah, with
The
with
drums? Yeah.
With a paper that said "Somos Belén."
We are Belén.
You know, so it was all mixed, like this spirit of we're gonna broke everything, but with the movie and the situation of the political situation in Argentina. So it's like a refreshing air of what we can do if you touch us, you know. And that, and then suddenly another another guy of a musician went out with some very wrong declarations, and he had to cancel all his tour.
Oh, wow.
Because he was like, raping is not that bad, you know, like, and then but if I kill someone, what do, like, what?
No.
And he was no. And he was like in a he was going to play in I don't know when, and the feminists were like out like ta with the bombos with I am Belén, you know, like the merging the reality with the movie, with the reality of the case, and everything is like merging, you know, everything is like effervescent.
Yeah, it's very heated.
It's like, yeah, it's heated. Yeah, and the movie como gave to the people like the confirmation that we can change the things if we are together, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That, I mean, it certainly feels that way when you end the movie on such a powerful note. I felt like I could go out and do all these wonderful
you know that
things alongside.
this day that the girls were killed or appear killed, there was a big marcha, march protest, and there were the police that it's going out to the street to hit the old ladies and you know, the old people, because they are asking for, complaining about the law of the old people, and the disabled people already goes to, and the police hits everyone, and they went out, the police, to repress the feminists, and the feminists los sacó corriendo.
They run them out. They took
There's
him
a
out.
video
They
that the
pushed them
police
out.
are running like with the robot thing, you know, like the robot, and all the feminists like, we're gonna kill the police. Because are you crazy? You're gonna you're crazy, you know. But that happened, and during that you could see the we are Belén. So it's like a moment that everything is like a volcano.
The movie,
like a magma,
of the moment.
that reborn.
Yeah. Well, it is. This is the movie of the moment, and it's a great one. So thank you so much for all your
Thank
work
you.
on the film, and thank you for joining us, speaking with us today.
Thank you very much.
All right.